Have you ever sat down to study, only to find yourself staring at your books or screen, completely drained and unmotivated? It's frustrating, right? You know you need to study, but it feels like your mind just isn't on board. Here's the truth. Motivation isn't something that magically appears when you need it most. It's something you create. And today, I'm going to show you how to unlock the power of motivation and turn your study sessions into productive, fulfilling experiences. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stay motivated no matter what you were studying. Act 1. The struggle. Acknowledging the challenge. Let's face it. Staying motivated while studying can feel like an uphill battle. We've all been there. The pressure of exams, deadlines, or simply the massive amount of material you need to cover can be overwhelming. It's easy to get discouraged, and even easier to procrastinate. But here's the key: motivation doesn't happen by accident, it requires intentional action. So if you've ever found yourself scrolling through social media instead of studying, or just sitting there, wondering how you can possibly get through all this work, I get it, but today I'm going to give you tools to break that cycle. Tell me, what's the hardest part about staying motivated for you? Is it getting started or staying focused? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. You might just find answer here. Act 2. The turning point. Practical strategies to stay motivated. Now, let's get into how you can change that. Motivation is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed. The first step is setting clear goals. You can't hit a target if you don't know what it is. Break your study sessions into smaller, actionable tasks. For example, instead of study for the exam, try review chapter 1 or memorize 20 vocabulary words. This makes it easier to focus, and every time you complete one of these small tasks, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment. What's one small goal you can set right now? Pause the video and think about it for a second. You'll be surprised how effective setting small goals can be. Next up, let's talk about your environment. Motivation thrives in the right environment. If you're surrounded by distractions, it's much harder to stay focused. Make sure your study space is free of anything that might pull you away from your work. Set up a designated, clutter-free space where your only focus is studying. And don't forget about lighting. A bright, well-lit area can make all the difference in staying awake and engaged. And here's a technique that most people overlook: visualization. Take a few moments before you begin to close your eyes and imagine yourself successfully completing your study session. Picture yourself walking out of that exam feeling confident and proud of your work. Visualization helps program your mind to expect success, and it can increase your motivation exponentially. But we're not done yet. Act 3. The resolution. Building consistency and final tips. Okay, now we've covered how to set clear goals and create the right environment. But let's talk about the most powerful motivator of all: consistency. Motivation can be fleeting, but consistency is the real game changer. The more you show up, the easier it gets. Start small. Even just 20 minutes of focused study time each day can lead to massive results over time. The key is making studying a habit. And remember, reward yourself. Every time you complete a task, take a short break, enjoy a treat, or do something you love for a few minutes. This will condition your brain to associate studying with positive outcomes, making it easier to stay motivated. But here's the kicker. There's one more powerful secret I want to share, something that will make your study sessions not only motivating, but extremely effective. Stay tuned for a strategy that will take your study sessions to a whole new level. So remember this: stay focused on your goals, create the right study environment, visualize your success, and build consistency into your routine. Motivation will follow. And as promised, here's that final tip. To truly maximize your motivation, you need to use the best study techniques. If you want to learn how to study smarter, not harder, click on the link on the end screen. I've got a video that will show you the top 10 study techniques to help you retain more information and stay motivated. Unlock your potential and keep pushing forward. I'll see you in the next video regarding top 10 study techniques for better retention.